Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, 19th chapter, verse number 3. Yatra Yagnapati Sakshad Bhagavan Haririshvaraha Anya Bhuyata Sarvatma Sarvaloka Guru Prabhu. Yatra, where? Yagnapati, the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Sakshat, directly. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hari, Lord Vishnu. Ishvaraha, the Supreme Controller. Anya Bhuyata, became visible. Sarvatma, the super soul of everyone. Sarvaloka Guruhu, the master of all planets or the teacher of everyone. Prabhu, the proprietor. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question at the end of this verse, and the question is going to be, how many names of Krishna are mentioned in this verse? Okay. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, is present in everyone's heart as the Super Soul. And he is the proprietor of all planets and the enjoyer of the results of all sacrifices. He was personally present at the sacrifices made by King Prithu. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this verse, the word Sakshat is significant. Prithu Maharaj was a Satyavesh avatar, incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Actually, Prithu Maharaj was a living entity, but he acquired specific powers from Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu, however, is directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead and thus belongs to the category of Vishnu Tattva. Maharaj Prithu belonged to the Jiva Tattva. The Vishnu Tattva indicates God, whereas the Jiva Tattva indicates the part and parcel of God. When God's part and parcel is especially empowered, he is called Satyavesh Avatar. Lord Vishnu is herein described as Hari Ishvara. The Lord is so kind that he takes all miserable conditions away from his devotees. Consequently, he is called Hari. He is described as Ishvara because he can do whatever he likes. He is the supreme controller. The supreme Ishvara Purushottama is Krishna. He exhibits his powers as Ishwar, or the supreme controller. When he assures his devotee in Bhagavad Gita 18.66, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me, I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction, do not fear. He can immediately make his devotees immune from all reactions caused by sinful life if the devotee simply surrenders unto him. He is described here as Sarvatma, meaning that he is present in everyone's heart as a super soul. And as such, he is the supreme teacher of everyone. If we are fortunate enough to take the lessons given by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, our lives immediately become successful. No one can give better instructions to human society than Lord Krishna. Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahiyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Din Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantha Radha Kantha Namastite. Taptakanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishbhanusde Devi Pranamami Hari Priyai. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Okay, what is the name of this chapter? What is the name of 4th Canto 19th chapter? What is the name of the chapter?
King Prithu's 100 horse sacrifices.
Very nice. King Prithu's 100 horse sacrifices. Okay, now what are the names of Krishna in this verse?
Shri Vishnu, Vishnu Tattva, Harishwar,
Purushotama,
Ishwar Purushottama,
Sarvatma,
Param Niyanta, Sarvatma, Paramatma,
Ishvara, Prabhu.
Okay, so Yagnapati is in the first line, then Bhagavan, Sakshat Bhagavan, number 2, Hari, number 3, Ishvara, number 4, then Sarvatma, number 5, and Sarvaloka Guru, number 6, and Prabhu, number 7. Okay, so meditate on this verse as Krishna's different names are. One day, me and my children were playing the ABC with Krishna's name and Krishna's family's name. So we were stuck up with, we couldn't find a name from X and we couldn't find a name with F. So if you know any of Krishna or Krishna's family name with X, alphabet X or alphabet F, then let me know. And also alphabet W. We couldn't find 3. So you can also play this game, Yatra Yagnapati, then Sakshat Bhagwan, then Hari, then Ishvara, then Sarvatma, then Sarvaloka Guru and Prabhu. So, so what is happening here is, what is a site, or what is the place where which was chosen? What is the name of the place which was chosen by Vidhu Maharaj to perform this Ashwamedha Yagya? What is the name of the place?
Saraswati New. Bank of
It's
the
near Saraswati, where the Saraswati was flowing towards the east. But what's the name of the place? Oh, maybe that verse hasn't come in. No, it has
Yesterday
come.
it has come yesterday. Mata. Hastinapur.
What is the name of the verse?
14.19.1. It's near Saraswati River, Mata.
What is the name?
Brahmavarta.
Brahmavarta. Very nice. There is a Puran called Brahmavarta Puran, in which a lot of Prabhupada gives that references a lot from in his lectures. Brahmavarta Puran. So Brahmavarta was the name of the place where Saraswati was flowing towards east. Okay. And then who was personally present in the sacrificial arena? Who was personally present? Who was present?
Swambhu Manu.
That place belonged to Swambhu Manu. I don't know if he was personally present, but who was personally present?
Shiva.
So far, what you have discussed, verse number 1, verse number 2, and verse number 3.
Indra.
Who was personally present?
Indra was so jealous.
Indra was envious, kada, Mataji. Indra was envious about this.
He was not present toward the sacrifice. He was jealous. He was envious. Yes. In this verse, who is present? Oh my God.
Supreme Personality.
Can you read? He was personally present at the sacrifice made by King Prithu. So who is he?
Yagnapati.
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 Is who? Yagnapati.
Vishnu.
Who?
Lord Vishnu.
Thank you. Somebody is awake, oriented to time, place, and person. So number 1, who is present? Vishnu. Okay, and so we say, okay, then what kind of avatar is Prithu Maharaj? Prithu Maharaj is what kind of avatar? Yes. In the puppet, Srila Prabhupada explains this.
Satyavesh avatar.
What is Satyavesh avatar? What is Satyavesh avatar?
Part of the Vishnu. Some of the important.
The avatar occurring is specific.
Kurma avatar. Shakti.
Okay, you raise your hand or message me in the chat. What's the answer? What is the meaning of Satyavesh avatar? What is the meaning of Satyavesh avatar? You see, we have to do some no pain, no gain. So we have to take some pain to understand what we are doing here. But don't say Kurma avatar and that avatar. Please don't. What is the meaning of Satyavesh avatar, which is explained in this particular purport? Yes. What is the meaning? Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
He is the part and parcel of God.
When Lord himself expands his powers, particular powers, जब भगवान अपनी powers को दूसरे में किसी में डालते हैं, मतलब अपनी opulences को
जीव तत्व indicates.
Okay.
Mixture of a Jiva Tattva and a Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattva is Jiva Tattva and Vishnu Tattva. Jiva Tattva is where the specific powers are bestowed upon the Lord Prithu by Vishnu.
Okay, thank you. Sunil V. Prabhuji, you have your hand raised.
Absolute truth. Sakshat Avatar is incarnation of Lord Vishnu.
Absolute what truth. Did you say? Sakshat?
Sakshat Avatar is incarnation of Lord Vishnu.
Satyavesh avatar is the question.
Absolute
Satyavesh
truth.
avatar.
Absolute truth.
empowered living entity.
Very nice. Okay. Okay.
Absolute
So
truth.
you see, there is a Jiva Tattva and then there is a Vishnu Tattva. So Jiva Tattva is, Vishnu Tattva is directly from Krishna. Directly. Okay. Vishnu Tattva. Jiva Tattva is the part and parcel of Krishna, but is in the material, is in the but is not in directly from Krishna. It's coming from, for example, when Krishna expands himself as Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudev, then he expands himself as Sankarshan first, and then from Sankarshan comes Balaram, and then from Balaram comes Narayan, and then from Narayan comes Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Mahavishnu, and Kshirodaksha Vishnu, and then from Garbhodaksha Vishnu comes Brahma, Mahavishnu, and then also Garbhodaksha Vishnu gives rise to Jiva Tattvas, which we are. In a way, we are not really Jiva Tattvas, but in a way, we are part and parcel of Krishna. Or Jiva Tattva, which is coming from Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and then Kshirodaksha Vishnu expands himself and accompanies each and every living entity in the heart as super soul. So basically, which is directly coming from Krishna is Vishnu Tattva, like Sankarshan, or like Pradyumna, like that, or like Vishnu. Okay, but if somebody is coming from the expansion of the expansion, like plenary expansion, you go further down in the hierarchy, and is in the material touch, is called Jiva Tattva, is in the touch with material energy, is Jiva Tattva. When that Jiva Tattva is specially empowered to do a particular activity, then that Jiva Tattva is called as Satyavesh avatar. Okay, so Prithu Maharaj is actually Jiva Tattva. He's not directly coming from Krishna, but he's coming from expansion of Krishna, but he's empowered by Krishna to perform a particular activity. You know, he has done leveling of the earth. He was running behind Mother Earth. He was all the denizens were worshipping him as father, right? He was giving employment to everyone. So it's not possible for a common person to do that. Or we take example of Srila Prabhupada, because Srila Prabhupada is also sometimes called as Satyavesh avatar, because it is not possible to do what Srila Prabhupada did unless and until he's directly empowered by Krishna. Directly. You see, directly going from one part of the world to another part of the world to another part of the world, and just going on preaching and preaching and preaching and preaching day and night, and then writing the books that he wrote. How many in this class have written the books that Srila Prabhupada wrote? How many of you have translated Bhagavad Gita? How many of you have translated Chaitanya Charitamrita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and have given lectures around the globe, and have traveled the globe 13 times in your lifetime, and given only one topic, that's Krishna consciousness? How many? Yes. Anybody?
Not me.
Not me.
It's not possible. Humanly, it's not
Yes,
possible.
Mataji.
And nobody after Prabhupada has done that too. We are all trying, but we are not able to do what Srila Prabhupada did, because he was directly empowered. Yes, if we follow Srila Prabhupada's instructions, and if we sincerely pray and align our desires, he can empower us. But what Srila Prabhupada has done, nobody can do. Or what King Prithu is doing, no ordinary king can do what he's doing. Okay, so that's understand the meaning of Jiva Tattva and Vishnu Tattva. What is the meaning of the word avatar? What's the meaning of the word avatar?
Incarnation.
After incarnation.
Direct expansion of
Coming
God.
down to the earth, Prabhuji.
What?
Direct incarnation of God, Mata.
Expansion of God. Direct.
Descending.
Descending
where?
Descending to the
With his own.
Very nice. So very nice. So this is what I'm trying to teach in my Bhakti Shastri class nowadays, that there is a difference between answering a meaning, and there is a difference between telling a synonym. So you say avatar, and then you say incarnation. That's not a meaning. The meaning is avatar means one who descends down. Okay, so Krishna is coming down from Goloka Vrindavan to material planet. So he's avatar in that. Just means going from one place to another. That's avatar. Okay. So in this verse, we can meditate on this. Now this question arises that what is this verse 18.66 Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is exhibiting his powers as Ishwar or Supreme Controller? What is this verse 18.66? What's the verse?
सर्वधर्मान्
परित्यज्य
mamekam sharanam vraja ahutvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha.
Very nice. Very nice. So that particular verse, when Krishna is speaking that verse, Krishna is exhibiting his power as Ishvara. And what is the meaning of the word Ishvara? What does Ishvara mean?
Controller.
Complete.
No, it doesn't mean controller. There is an adjective for it.
It can do whatever he likes.
Maintain.
What is the meaning of the word Ishvara?
Supreme
Supreme
controller.
controller.
Supreme controller, not controller. The supreme controller. Okay, we are controlling some things in our life. Aren't we controlling some things in our life? What time you go to bed, what time you wake up, in a way, how much water I'm going to drink, how many steps we are going to take. Yes, in a day, are we trying to control? But we are not supreme controller. Supreme controller is Ishvaraha. So in that particular verse, Krishna is expressing his power as Ishvara because he is the supreme controller and so he can do whatever he likes. He's the supreme controller. Then let's understand the different meanings of the name. So we understood what is Satyavesha Avatar, we understood what is Jiva Tattva, we understood what is Vishnu Tattva, we understood what is the meaning of the word Ishvara. Then what is the meaning of the word Hari? Hari, what is the meaning of the word Hari?
Takes away all the worries.
One
Very
who
nice.
takes away the
He
misery.
remove all sins.
Yeah, Haran.
Very nice.
It is
One who
from
removes.
Haran.
Very nice. One who removes all
Removal.
the problems from a life of a devotee. Okay, what is the meaning of the name Sarvatma?
He is present in everyone's heart.
Very nice. Very
Soul.
nice.
Soul.
What is the
Soul.
meaning of the word
Bhava.
Sarva Loka Guru?
Master of all.
Master of all planets.
Jagat Guru.
All planets. Master of
Master of all
Master
planets.
of all planets.
everyone.
Teacher of everyone. There are two
Universe.
meanings. Master of all planets or teacher of everyone. Okay. What is the meaning of the word Prabhu?
Proprietor, Mataji.
Proprietor.
Yes.
Proprietor or the
Proprietor.
master or proprietor. What is the meaning of the word Yatra Yagnapati?
Enjoyer of the sacrifices.
Complete
all
enjoyer of all the sacrifices of the
Very nice.
fire.
So even though, Prithu Maharaj was going to start his Ashwamedh Yajna, but he is fully aware that who is going to be enjoying this. Okay, he's fully aware that, okay, I may be the one performing this Ashwamedh Yajna because I have a desire for gaining reign over so many places, but Krishna is going to be the enjoyer. Yatra Yagnapati Sakshat Bhagavan Harir Ishvara. Anya Bhuta Sarvatma Sarva Loka Guru Prabhu. So if you memorize this verse, you're saying so many names of Krishna in one go. Okay, so in that same way, we may be doing some duty. We are always doing some work, right? We're always thinking, at least if we are not physically doing. So just check yourself. Just check yourself that who is going to be the enjoyer of my plans? Who's going to be the enjoyer of my plans? And who is going to be the enjoyer of my activity? Then we know whether I'm going to Krishna or I'm going to somewhere else. Okay. So today, whole day, whatever activity you're going to do, just check yourself at least 2 or 3 times a day today that, okay, I'm going to do this, but who's going to be the enjoyer? And who's going to be who's going to take credit for the work? Is it going to be me or is it going to be Krishna? Okay, so whole day you can meditate. So any questions, reflections, realizations, or else I want to go to 10th canto, 10th chapter. Any questions, reflections, or realizations on this particular verse? No questions, no reflections, and no realizations. Nobody?
No, Mataji.
Mataji learned so
Got
many
everything.
definitions.
Realization is there, Mataji.
It's
Well,
always
we
there.
share it. What you're realizing?
He is the Sarvatma. He is the Supreme Personality. We should remember He. Means every and work should be devoted to Him so that we can be a part of Him. Means we cannot be a part of Him, but we can be means in His Saran.
Service.
The realization is there.
When I read this verse, my realization which came was, I'm never alone. I felt like I'm never alone. People think that we are alone, there is nobody for us. Or especially in the old age, some people, lot of people feel that there is no one with them and they're not being treated well, or whatever maybe the circumstances, or the body is not functioning well, and so many things. My mind is not thinking well, my memory is breaking down, I can't hear well, so the hearing is losing me, the power is going. But in this verse, I don't know, somehow I felt in my heart that Sarvatma Sarva Loka Guru Prabhu, I'm never alone. Krishna is always with me, no matter in what circumstances I may be placed in. Okay, should we do this Padafat before we call it a night or day? Then Canto the chapter verse 30 to 31. This is a prayer by Lac and Manigriv. Tvam eka sarva bhutanam tehashva atmendriyeshvaraha Tvam eva kalo bhagavan vishnur avyaya ishvaraha Tvam mahan prakriti sukshma rajaha sattva tamomayi Tvam eva purusho adhyaksha sarvakshetre vikaravit. Translation: You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of everything, the body. Okay, let's count. The body, life, ego, and senses of every living entity are your own self. You are the Supreme Person, Vishnu, the imperishable controller. You are the time factor, the immediate cause, and you are the material nature consisting of the three modes of passion, goodness, and ignorance. You are the original cause of this material manifestation. You are the super soul, and therefore you know everything within the core of the heart of every living entity. Perfect. Srimad Madhvacharya has quoted from the Vaman Puran as follows. Rupyatvat tu jagat rupam Vishnu sakshat sukhatmakam nitya purnam samuddishtam svarupam paramatmanaha. You see, Nalakuver and Manigriv are offering these prayers to Krishna. Does Nalakuver and Manigriv, because we know their past life, right? Because Shripad Vyasadev has very kindly revealed their past life to us before they became the trees and then they got liberated by Krishna. So tell me, looking at the past life of Nalakuver and Manigriv, do you think they have any credibility to recite such awesome prayers to Krishna? Do you think they have learned some vocabulary from Mother Saraswati, or they have done some pious activities to do all these prayers? Yes?
I don't think so, Mataji.
Okay, so I don't think so either, but what is Dr. Saxena? Thank you for contributing. Anyone else would like to say? Do you think that
the super soul Krishna in the heart of both, which teaches them what to speak?
I don't know if they're at that level. They're seeing Bhagwan in front of them, so okay. But my question is indifferent. My question is, listen to my question. Okay, don't try to deduct what I'm not asking, please. I'm asking, do you think, looking at the past life of Nalakuver and Manigriv, that they have any credibility to recite these verses to Krishna?
No, Mataji, but as trees, the people of the Vrindavan were chanting and praising Krishna. As trees, they were hearing, Mataji.
The question, from the past life, is there any credibility?
Mercy from the pure devotee.
Okay, that's one credibility we can take. But before Devrishi Narad appeared in their lives, were they having any credibility?
Yes, they had enough time to meditate upon their mistakes and then improve upon themselves.
There's a lot of assessment going on in this class. Okay, thank you very much. The answer is no. The answer is no, because they were drinking that Madhuri, what is that? Madira, Varuni Madira, and they were committing sinful activities in Mother Ganges on Kailash, the pious dham of Kailash, and they were completely naked, and they did not even pay obeisances to Devrishi Narad. Everything was sinful. We commit sin by body, words, and mind, right? In Kali Yuga, the sin committed in the mind is not that powerful. In Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Treta Yuga, if anybody even thought of a sinful activity, they had to face a reaction to that. But in Kali Yuga, because people are so disturbed and Manda Bhagyo Upaditaha, the memory is very small, always disturbed, and they're always troubled, and they're short-lived. So there is a little concession that we don't really get so much affected by a sin committed in the mind. But if we commit a sin with our words or actions, then we are liable for punishment. But Nalakur and Manigriv were committing sin from all perspectives in their past life, from body, mind, and words, right? Well, but how did they get, what was their credibility? So there is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I'm going to bring it up, okay? Give me 1 second. I have to pull it up. In Chaitanya Charitamrita. Does anyone know that verse? Mukham karoti vacham. Where is everyone? I have to pull it up. I know there is a verse in Adi Leela. Does anyone know that verse? Mukham karoti vacham. I'll bring it up. My God. What is, can anyone please say that? Or maybe I got it. I'm going to say it. So Krishna Kaviraj Goswami Prabhupada has given this particular verse and understanding to us, that how come such a person who was committing sin activities is able to say so many nice things about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Oh, this is in Madhya Leela, sorry. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 17th chapter, verse 80. Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langhyate girim yat kripatam aham pande paramananda madhavam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead has the form of Satchid Vigraha, Satchid Ananda Vigraha, the transcendental bliss, knowledge, and eternity. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him who turns the dumb man into eloquent speakers and enables the lame man to cross mountains. Such is the mercy of the Lord. Okay, so when one becomes a devotee of Krishna, over here we definitely, because of Narad Muni's mercy, but any one of us can become like that. Anybody who's sitting in this class, or who is not sitting in this class anywhere, or even if they're living in upper planetary system or lower planetary system, or my spiritual masters preaches in the jail across the world. So people in the jail, anybody can become eligible to recite such heartfelt prayers with such nice verses to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, provided they are following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared for the lowest to give them the highest, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to give highest to the lowest. So I am the lowest. My mercy is first. Like that we should think. Okay, so it is only by the mercy of Narad Muni in this case that they became so eligible to offer so many prayers to Krishna. And these realizations, these prayers are coming from realizations. The knowledge is acquired in 3 levels, right? One is just hear it, okay? And the next one is realize it. And then the third one is revealed knowledge. So hearing is first, Shravanam. We hear, and then we are hearing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I must chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. I have to follow 4 regulatory principles. Doing. One day we will become realized that yes, the faith will become strong by serving devotees, by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, that yes, Krishna is indeed the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then when we go on doing our services more and more and more, then actually Krishna in the heart reveals more knowledge, there's revelation that of the knowledge that we don't even maybe have contacted yet in this life. Okay, so they're offering Krishna all these things, material, spiritual, cause, effect, everything is very nicely written in this verse. Any questions, reflections, or realizations? No discussions? Yes, any questions, reflections, realizations?
Mataji, Mukam Karoti Vachalam is there in the Prarthana Shloka of Bhagavad Gita also, no, Mataji?
It is given in Gita Mahatmya.
The part of it translates as even the limping person who can't really walk well can climb the mountain and go over the mountain.
Yeah, it says enables a lame to cross the mountains. Yeah. Turns the dumb into eloquent speakers and enables. And then there's a continuation of this verse where it says even a blind man can see stars in the sky. Somebody who doesn't have ability to see stars, which comes later. Thank you. Any questions, reflections, or realizations in this? So today, take home point, if you can check yourself, whatever I'm going to think or do or eat, who is going to be the enjoyer? Okay, who is going to be the Yagyapati? Am I going to be the Yagyapati or Krishna is going to be the Yagyapati? Okay. Don't judge, don't be harsh on yourself. This is one part of just seeing that where is my thought process going. Okay. And then if it is going away from Krishna, then we will talk about it, bringing it back to Krishna. But we have to know where it is going because we are so unaware of ourselves during the course of the day that we forget Krishna. It's so easy to forget Krishna.
But at times, it is difficult to have that consciousness that everything is to be related to Krishna. Yes, sometimes it does happen, but most of the times it doesn't happen. We're not able
That's
to
why we
relate.
need each other. That's why we need each other to find out, to remind, the reminder, right? That's association. Sujata Mataji, you have a question?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, like I want to know why Krishna keeps a peacock feather on his, on his head.
Yeah, so this question was asked to Srila Prabhupada, and unfortunately I've heard his lecture. Srila Prabhupada said because Krishna likes it. Okay, somebody said that why Krishna likes his peacock feather. Then Prabhupada said, then you should go to Krishna and ask him. Because we like some things. So why do you like this color? Why do you like to eat this? It's because you like it. So I'm just telling you what Prabhupada answered. That go to Krishna and ask him yourself, why do you like peacock feather? Okay.
Mataji, I heard somewhere that peacock is the only one who produce the kids without contacting. Krishna is like that. He involved everywhere, but he was not attached with everyone. So to represent that thing, he wear peacock feather like that. I heard in some of the lectures.
Yeah, I didn't understand what you said. Can you please repeat?
Actually, peacock is the only animal who give the birth to his kids without contacting, like that, Mataji.
That's not correct. You come to Gita Nagari, we will show you the boys going mad after girls. Peacock going mad after peahen. We will show you. Come to Gita Nagari, we can just make you study the whole cycle of peacock. The boys are always dancing. My children catch them all the time that they're dancing around the girls, the peahens. I am showing their, the very display of their feathers on the back.
Exactly. The male peacock actually displays the feathers to attract the hens.
Hens, yes. That's not correct, Mataji. I have a prataksha praman of this in Gita Nagari. Okay. Okay, somebody is asking motive of Ganesha prayers to director of devotion. Yes, can somebody answer what made Rupa Goswami Prabhupada pay obeisances to Lord Ganesh before he wrote Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? Nectar of devotion is a summary.
It is recommended, Mataji, that
When Vyasadeva was dictating, Ganesha was writing quick, Mataji.
Ganesha is the Vigna Harta. So for any auspicious thing, we start with Ganesha's puja.
Okay. Dr. Saxena, what were you saying?
Mataji, it is mentioned in ISKCON literatures that Lord Ganesha should be worshipped before Krishna because he is the Vigna Harta or Vigna Vinashak. So that is
Lord
recommended.
Ganesha, yes, because he can remove all the inauspicious obstacles in one's journey towards
invoking
Krishna.
the divine and the auspiciousness.
Plus, he was transcribing for Vyasdev, sorry. He was transcribing for Vyasdev. So we are praying to him to also empower us the same way that we can actually relay the knowledge as it is, because Lord Ganesha was just transcribing. He was not interpreting or writing his meaning. He was just writing as Vyasdev was dictating. Okay, so we want to be the transparent media of doing this, giving this knowledge out.
Is it right in saying that he actually broke his tooth and wrote with his tooth the entire literature?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I have an answer about this Nag Panchami question.
Yes, Mataji, please.
So the source is Google, where it says that Naga Panchami, whatever I looked up, is celebrated by people to allay the fear of snakes. So basically, it's very famous in areas like Nepal, in mountains where there are a lot of snakes, and it's also very famous in parts of India where there are prominent snakes, the villages.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
And there is
So
another...
that's what I could find. So they pray to these snakes.
Mataji, there is another issue also. In astrology, there is a condition which is called Kal Sarp Dosh. Kal Sarp Dosha. That is due to the movement of Rahu and Ketu planets. Then in that condition, the snake is worshipped to ward off the bad ill effects of this dosh. So then the Kal Sarp Dosh, that is called in astrology.
Okay, I don't know about that. Thank you. Madhu Mataji, you have a question?
Mataji, related to Nag Panchami, I was also searching. So one article is written that is like Lord Krishna defeated Kalyana, and the snake and his wife begged for his life after realizing Krishna was no ordinary child. Krishna spared his life after a promise from him that he will no longer harass the residents of Gokul. So Nag Panchami is observed to celebrate Krishna's victory over Kalyana. I don't know, Mataji, like it's economic times it's saying.
I don't know, Mataji. Okay, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, I don't know. Okay, thank you very much, everyone.